Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Friday, January 8th, 2021. It's approximately 3:09. Call the meeting to order for the Las Vegas Clark County Library District Special Board Meeting today. Pursuant to the governor's orders and directive, more than half of the trustees are online and several are in person. The agenda has been posted, and so there is a link if you'd like to make any comments. Ms. Ellison, may I have roll call?
Chair Ortiz.
Present.
Trustee Bilber Axelrod.
Here.
Trustee Benavides.
Here.
Trustee Wadley Munay.
Here.
Trustee Foyt.
Here.
Trustee Francis Drake.
Here.
Trustee Melendrez.
Here.
Trustee Raymaker she's working to get on.
I'm here.
Thank you. So Trustee Raymaker is here. Trustee Rogers. He may be coming late. I believe he had a meeting immediately before this. And Trustee Wilson.
He was here earlier.
Yeah, he was.
I'm here, just fighting with the mute button.
Okay, Trustee Wilson here. Wonderful. I notice also that our acting executive director, Mr. James, our legal counsel, Mr. Welt, and our HR director, Jeff Serpico, are also on the line. And we have Mr. Kelvin Watson and Ms. Jane Wisner also on the line. And if you want them to speak, we can make that possible.
Thank you very much. Having heard that there is a quorum today, if we would please stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Begin. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic which
stands
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Most important words given what's gone on this week. Topics under, we have a section for public comment, and any topics raised on this public comment are not to be acted upon, but we will receive them either through email. Ms. Ellison, are there any individuals that wish to make any public comments or statements?
Let's see. I do not see any. My apologies. And I did just get an email that Trustee Rogers will not be able to make the meeting today, and he apologizes profusely.
Please mark him as excused.
Sure.
Well, having had no one coming forth for public comment, let's move on with our agenda. Jerry, could I entertain a motion to accept the proposed agenda? Will somebody make that motion?
So moved.
Second, Shannon.
By Sandra Raymaker, second by Shannon Bilber Axelrod. Our next item is a single item, new business. Discussion and possible board action to approve a contract for a new executive director. The contract was sent to everybody. I assigned this to Shannon Bilber Axelrod. If you could give us just a 2-minute report, Shannon.
Sure. So we offered Kelvin the position. I talked to him. We went over a few different things. One of the issues, quite frankly, was salary. I guess I'm old school and I went in low. So but after speaking to HR, doing some more research on how much he was currently making, I felt comfortable with this. We were able to contract from last time. with Ron, so we were able to tweak some things. Like I said, I think we ended up in a very good place. It was going back and forth a couple times, so I felt good. 5-year with the initial commitment for the employee contract was important as well. So yeah, I'm happy to take any questions, but is that good for you, Chair?
Thank you very much, Trustee Shannon. Bilber Axelrod, for the record, it is a 5-year contract. Our attorney Jerry Wilt reviewed it. Our HR director looked at it also based on what we had available. Our acting executive director, and of course, Kelvin Watson, Mr. Watson, who's on the line. The importance, the reason for today's meeting is that he signed it, sent it back to us. We felt it prudent that everybody vote on it. And the procedure is after you vote on it, I'll sign it today, email it to Mr. Watson, and he's got he committed to giving a 30-day notice to his employer. So if I sign it, he gets it, sends it back tomorrow. His tentative start date is going to be, and I'm sorry, the February 30 days, which would be, sorry, let me look at my calendar.
The 8th.
We'll ask him right now, the 8th or the 13th. So Mr. Watson speak, and Kelvin Watson, please identify yourself for the record. Mr. Watson, can you hear us?
Hold on, we just have to move him to one, we have to move him to a speaker situation. Brian, could you move Mr. Watson over?
Thank you. So Mr. Watson, if he signs it tomorrow, then he'll probably give it to his employer next week. That's why I had understood the 15th, but we can ask him today, what would be a start?
This is Kelvin Watson. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Can everybody else hit mute? Thank you. Mr. Watson, if your contract is officially shortly, and I sign it tonight, you said that you had to give 30 days notice. What would be your start date?
My anticipated start date would be February the 15th. That's a Monday. Because I'll communicate with my employer on Monday, which will be January the 12th. My last day of employment would then be February the 12th, and I would start as the executive director on Monday, February the 15th.
Thank you very much, Mr. Watson. We'll continue back with our meeting. Thank you so much. Elizabeth Foyt, did you have any questions or comments on this contract? Trustee Foyt, did you have any questions or comments on this contract? Can you unmute her?
Now?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I do have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm looking at section 8. It refers to vacation, sick leave, and holidays. I had previously had a conversation with our former director, Ron Heesen, who told me at the time that he only had a week of vacation, which struck me as odd. But then I see in this section, it doesn't really spell out what his benefits are.
We left it, so if you look at the salary, it's a little bit higher than we wanted to pay. And the reason for that, so on the one hand, the salary is a higher starting salary, but it gives the board, the trustees, discretion on how much bonuses based on his yearly performance evaluation we would give out. Because otherwise, then we would be, in my opinion, tying the PERS retirement system to a higher salary and an automatic pay increase. So depending on what we have in our budget, because we have to tax ourselves, develop the taxes, collect them, the state collects them, and then if it goes down, we have to have the capacity to be able to say we don't have the money to give your whatever percentage like it was. The previous contract had an automatic percentage. Here it gives us a flexibility based on what's going on economically. Jerry, did I say that correctly?
I think we've crossed wires. That
Well,
wasn't.
no, if I may, Elizabeth, this is
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah,
Gilbert.
thank
So
you.
those things are also tied, so we'll be able to make that determination. So once again, it's not spelled out in the contract, so the trustees have more ability to say what's fair. Does that make sense?
Well, other than the fact it's undefined.
The basis would be what it is for the rest of anyone else employed. So at whatever's negotiated and the CBA would be applied to the executive director. So fundamentally, whatever the executive council, what their benefits are, that would be the same under this section that Kelvin would get.
Okay, and is that usually like you get a week the first year you're with us and 2 weeks the second year or something like that? Is there a formula?
Yeah, there is. Jeff, do you have it?
I don't have the formula. I can forward that, but it's the standard benefits that the rest of the team members receive. Again, any vacation time has to be requested and approved by your supervisor,
Sure.
but it is based on the time worked and an accrual amount, which is standard. It's an accrued time off program.
Okay.
I can
that's
forward
what I
that
need.
information.
If
Thank
I
you.
may.
And Shannon, by the way, you did a fabulous job on negotiating this. You really did. It's very professional and just exactly what we needed. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I may add to this, if the former executive director, when he said he got a week, he would have gotten a week for sick leave. Everyone gets a week for sick leave. It's pretty much the same amount of hours, depending, no matter how many years you worked here. But he would have most likely, he would have had, based on a 5-year contract, whatever the number of hours that you would get as any other employee. So that would be tied into that. But a week of sick leave is all employees only get a week of sick leave. So he may have been referring to that, Trustee Ford.
I don't think so, but I like the way you've all clarified it. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Having heard no more questions from Trustee Foyt, Trustee Robin Wadley Munier, do you have any questions on this contract?
Get my Allison must have me muted because when I push the unmute button, it's not working. She must have muted me.
Go ahead, Robin. Thank you.
No, not at this time.
No questions from Trustee Robin
I
Wadley.
want to know who was talking a while ago. I couldn't hear what was being said. It sounded like,
Fred,
yeah, it sounded like Fred, but I couldn't hear him.
Okay, thank you so much.
Well, can I hear what he said?
Fred, go ahead and repeat what you had shared with everybody.
Okay, what I shared with everyone, every employee who comes in gets the same amount of vacation in the very first year. Jeff, I don't have my book with me, but we all get the same vacation for the first year. And after 10 years, it goes to 7.4 hours. So a pay period. But I think in the beginning pay period, in the first, I think it's over 5 hours, like 5.6 or something like that. And the vacation, the sick leave time is like 3.74 hours per pay period, which equates to 1 week each year for each and every employee of sick leave time. And I'm sorry, 1 day is 12. It's 12 days. It's equals to 1 day a month for sick leave, and then I think it's about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks for vacation.
Your question?
Okay, so Fred said that it was 1 day a month sick days?
Yes, yes.
Fred needs to talk louder. That's part of it.
Well, yeah, number one. And number two, so everybody and the staff gets 1 sick day a month, 12 sick days a year?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Can you hear me better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Robin Wadley Munier, Brian Wilson, Trustee Wilson, do you have any questions or comments on this contract?
Just would like to thank personally Shannon and Kelvin for working out a 5-year initial term. That makes me feel very comfortable and very confident in this decision. That's it.
Thank you very much. Trustee Senator Raymaker, do you have any questions or comments on this contract?
The only thing I'd like to say is I think you did a great job on this, and I think it covered everything that we really need, and I appreciate all you did. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Rogers is excused. Marilyn Francis Drake, Trustee Marilyn Francis Drake, do you have any questions or comments on this contract?
No, I think it's everybody's asked all the questions that I might have asked, but also I know I wanted to thank Shannon because she did this with having a lot of other things on her plate, and thank you so much for all your effort.
My pleasure.
Trustee Kelly Benavides, do you have any questions or comments on this contract?
Not at this time.
Trustee Benavides, Trustee Jose Luis Melendez, do you have any questions or comments on this contract?
No, just excellent work, Shannon, and welcome, Kelvin, and looking forward to working with y'all.
Thank you very much. Trustee Shannon, Bilberry Axelrod, any further comments or any questions on this contract?
No, I appreciate the kind words. I will say I'm very excited for what Kelvin is going to bring to this library district. I have been nothing but impressed thus far. So we expect big things and good things. So thank you for
very much. I get the last word. Dr. Watson, Kelvin Watson, I want to thank you for following up on the contract, and also Shannon Bilberry Axelrod going through the contract. We're really excited and will reflect that he will start on Monday. Is that the 15th, February 15th?
Yes, sir. That's February 15th.
Having heard no other questions or comments on this contract, I'll entertain a motion to, Jerry, is there anything else I need before I ask for the motion?
Two things. One, since it's going to start February 15th, we'll have to have him we'll have to change the date on the contract he signed and both initial it. And I should also add that Scott Abbott, our HR counsel, helped in the redrafting of this as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abbott. Marilyn Francis Drake, do you have a question? Okay. Okay, having heard no further comments, I will.
Excuse me, Chair Ortiz. Just
Yes,
wanted to make a technical comment. February 15th is President's Day, and we're actually closed that day. So if we're changing the contract, we may want it to start February 16th. I don't know.
Mr. Watson?
That works for me. I'll be there. I plan on being there. That's it. That's my goal. So I'll be in town on the 15th.
We'll come back to you in a second, Mr. Watson. No other comments. The correction to the contract will be made on February 16th. I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract and have the chair, Felipe Ortiz, that's me, sign the contract on behalf of the Board of Trustees. Who will make that motion?
So move, Trustee Wilson.
I'll second.
I'll second.
Motion by Brian Wilson and a second by Elizabeth Hoyt. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Okay, the motion is ayes. Is there anybody opposed? No opposed. The motion carries. And so with those corrections, we will resend Mr. Watson the contract, and he'll make the date change and the start date, re-sign it. I'll send it back to him right away. And then Allison, you'll be authorized to talk to Mr. Watson to give do moving expenses or whatever else he needs. Mr. Watson, congratulations on being our new Las Vegas Clark County Library Director. You have a couple of minutes to say anything you'd like.
First of all, I'd like to thank you, Chair Ortiz. I'd like to thank Shannon. I'd like to thank everybody. And I want to start off also by saying Happy New Year. And this is certainly a great way to start off the year. I've already started to, I'm still working here, but I'm already thinking about opportunities, and I'm just ready to get started working with the team, and looking forward to better days for us all, especially after the events this week, and just how important libraries are, and the work that we do and the work that you do is supporting libraries in the communities that we represent. So that'll be my couple of minutes. I'm sure I have much more to say, but I will see you, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. Congratulations again on behalf of the Las Vegas Clark County Board of Directors and our entire community. We're very, very excited that you've allowed us to have you join us. I think it's in any negotiations, there's got to be winning on both sides, and I know we got a good deal on you coming forth. Our community is excited. A lot of good things to do. So on behalf of everybody, thank you again, and look for your contract hopefully tomorrow. We'll get offline and we'll talk about it, and I'll get it back to you signed tomorrow. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fred, is there anything you'd like to say, or anything that you had that we omitted?
No, I'm just happy that Mr. Watson has accepted and that the board has approved his contract. And Mr. Watson, I will say that I'm now the bench warmer. I'm just keeping your seat warm for you till you get here.
Thank you, Fred. I look forward to working with you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Having heard no further comments on the motion has been approved unanimously. There is no other business. Shannon Bilberry Axelrod, did you have any announcements?
I do not. Happy New Year again, and thanks everyone.
Thank you very much. Jose Luis Melendez, did you have any announcements or comments?
No, sir, not so far.
Kelly Benavides, did you have any comments or announcements?
No.
Thank you very much. Merlin Francis Drake, did you have any questions or announcements or comments?
Nothing.
Thank you very much. Trustee Sandra Raymaker, did you have any announcements or comments?
Nothing at this, thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Elizabeth Foy, did you have any announcements or comments?
No, just happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you very much. Trustee Robin Wally Munier, did you have any announcements or comments?
No announcements, just thank everybody for the hard work, Shannon and Fred, and I'm happy that we have a new director in place and looking forward to that. And thank you for the birthday wishes, and everybody have a good, safe weekend.
Thank you. Trustee Brian Wilson, any announcements or comments?
Not at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. My only announcement has to do with the employees. The employees, welcome back. Rest assured that we're following up on anything that might have to do with the pandemic immediately. We're here for continuing to work. Having said that, Ms. Ellison, are there any more public comments?
No public comments.
Having heard no further public comments on the agenda, when is our next meeting, Ellison?
The next meeting will be Thursday, January 21st at 6 p.m. And the location will be determined. We'll announce that.
Given the fact that we still have a high rate of COVID exposure, it'll probably be like this. Those that want to go to the building can go to the building. Otherwise, encourage everybody to stay home for one last meeting. Having heard that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved by Robin Wally Menez.
Second.
By Jose Luis Melendez. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Mr. Watson. Thank you, employees. And the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Bye.